Hey you guys, welcome back to my channel. It is Mandy with Mandy's World and we're here with another video. Okay you guys, before we start this video, I need you to ask yourself one question. Is my bad attitude and negative energy holding me back? If you've reflected and your answer is yes, a lot of the time people live on what they can see in the physical realm. That i.e. lack of money in your bank accounts, lack of people that are in a place that can help you get to the place that you need to be. Like, for instance, you may want to be an artist, but you don't know anybody that does art or anybody that has a gallery that would allow you to show your art. You may want to be a writer, but you don't know any publicists and you don't have an idea of where to start on your book or poetry or whatever it is you're trying to write. Things like that. Things that you can see in the physical realm. These things may cause you to never get started working on the goals that you have, to have self-doubt, never to think that you can possibly attain the goals that you set for yourself. Now, I'm here today to tell you some ways that you can manifest the things that you want out of life with a positive attitude. First things first, don't get stuck on what it is. Whatever your dreams are, they can be achieved. Don't get stuck on the what it is, how it is, or how you may achieve them. That is not for you to worry about. How you will do it, no matter how much you plan, no matter how much you worry about it, you will never know what it takes to get to where you need to be. That's up to a higher power. If you wake up in the morning and every thought is, oh, I remember that time that my mom yelled at me and made me feel bad, and this is why I have a problem with women, or this is why I have a problem with dealing with people in my present day or maybe in my future, you're always going to be in that place. You're never not going to be able to get past that place because you're constantly focused on what happened in your past. We can't control other people. We really can't control how they feel towards us, and we definitely cannot control how they treat us, but we can control how we react to it. The main way to react to a negative person that intentionally hurt you is to forgive them and let it go. This leads into my next step, which is forgiveness. You guys, I've been through a lot in my life, and I know you have too. We all have. I've recently learned to forgive people for the things they did to me. Even though it hurts, and even though you want to get them back or be vengeful or wish bad things on them, that'll never get you to the place you need to be. You have to forgive. You have to forgive. Because sometimes people are in a place and they do things not on purpose. They do things reacting to the way they feel inside or project things according to how they feel inside. They may be hurt, so they hurt. We've all heard the phrase hurt people hurt people. Now, if all of this sounds familiar to you and you feel like, hey, you might be right. Maybe that is why things aren't going the way I want them to go. Maybe if I stop dwelling on the past, if I stop focusing on the negative, if I can see myself in a more positive light, if I treat people nicer, if I stop getting angry, if I stop having an attitude every day, maybe the universe will pull things in my direction. Maybe God will allow me to finally reach the destiny that I know He has for me. Because you guys, in later videos, I will talk about how we all have a purpose and we all have a destiny. From before we were thought of, conceived, or born, God already knew what He had for you. He already knows what He has in store for you. He's not holding you back. You're holding your own self back, you guys. So if this sounds like it's familiar, if it sounds like it's hitting home, I'm about to give you a few steps to change your attitude, to stop the negativity, to stop being mean, to put out good so good can come back, so that you can achieve that destiny that God has in store for you. Step number 1, figure out what needs to change. Now, this is tough because it requires you to be honest with yourself. It requires you to be, I wouldn't say tough on yourself, because actually it's showing love to your own self. Because once we can figure out and be honest about who we are and how we are with other people and how we reflect onto other people, it will change your life forever. Trust me, believe me, it will change your life. Step number 2, take responsibility for your thoughts and actions. Okay, now, in the past, I was a very impulsive person. I used to flash out for no reason. I was not in control of my thoughts. I would say things without thinking about them first. I would, if somebody would give me something, I would slam it back in their face. Like, I'm telling you, like, for instance, if I was at a fast food restaurant or something like that and they were having trouble with my order, I would make sure to give them my worst attitude so that they can know that I was unhappy with the service. That's a no-no. Okay? We are in control of how we think and how we react. Okay? First thing I want you to know is, think about what you say before you say it. You do not have to think of the meanest thing, the most snappiest comeback. Like, it gets you nowhere. Like, you don't have to be that. You don't have to do that. You don't have to. At the end, I want you to ask yourself, do you feel better? Does it make you feel better to call a person out of their name, to scream and yell at the top of your lungs, to curse them out and make them feel smaller than you? Does it benefit you? If it doesn't, you have to. Step number 3, change the way that you look at the situation. Okay, you guys, I want you to consider this. Sometimes people do things not purposely knowing that it's gonna negatively affect you. For instance, you're gonna meet some friends at a park and your one friend gets there late, which causes all your activities to either be set back or maybe canceled. Now, you could react negatively by sending them texts on how they're always late, they're never on time, they ruined it for you, you're not happy. You know, you could do that. You could do that. But consider the situation. You don't know what could have happened to cause this person to be late that day. So you have to be understanding when you're dealing with other people and their situations. That person's tire could have blown out. The car may not start. Anything. Their phone may be dead. That's why they're not responding. You have to consider the situation before you react. Tip number 4. Don't let negative events drag you down. Okay, this is more so dealing with other negative people, because sometimes, okay, I do believe in the law of attraction. So you attract what you are. So 9 times out of 10, negative people attract other negative people. So when this occurs and you're dealing with another negative person, and maybe today is your good day. You feeling good, you positive, you happy, you got up like, dang, it's gonna be a good day. And then that one negative person that you know comes in and tries to rain on your parade. The way that you deal with that is to not let them drag you down. When they're in their mood or they're reflecting negativity, remove yourself. Remove yourself, because all it's going to do is drain your positive energy. If it does not drain your positive energy, it's going to cause you to react negatively as well. This leads to my next point, and that is, make the decision to respond positively. And I know it's hard. It's hard when somebody is cussing you out and calling you out of your name or treating you like crap or just talking in that I can't, I won't, I ain't mode. Like, you know how some people do? It's hard to just continue to be positive, humble yourself, and not allow them to force you to become negative as well. But it's beneficial. It's beneficial for you. When a person comes at you negatively, you say, you know what? I see right now that you're not in a good mood. I'm going to remove myself from this situation so things do not turn negative. Now, this may not help the situation because sometimes people that are negative don't care what you're talking about. They don't care that you're being positive. They're so caught up and wrapped up in what they're feeling on the inside that they can't even hear or feel or receive the positive aura you're sending their way. That at that point you have to let it go. You guys, and I know this is tough, and it's even tougher for a Capricorn like me who is very loyal to let people go who are giving you negativity all day. You understand what I'm saying? Like, sometimes you have to let them go. They will change. Trust me. But sometimes you have to step back to allow them to change. Okay, you guys, we've finally come to my last point. And this one is a very important one. Because, and it really probably should have been number one, but I put it at the finale because I want this to stick in your head. I want this to be the last thing you remember me saying, okay? Start using more positive talk. You have to speak positively. You have to speak in the I ams. Okay? They did not call Jesus, they did not call God I am for no reason. Okay? You have to speak it into existence. You have, even when you wake up and you feel that little pinch, because we all do, when we wake up and we open our eyes and we're in this, it looks like we're in the same position that we was the night before, you have to wake up and say, I am who I say I am. Okay? You have to say whatever it is. I don't care what it is. Whatever you're aspiring to be. I am a writer. I am an artist. I am. That is. I am. Okay? It's very important that you speak positive. You cannot sit all day and say, you know, I want to do this, but I can't. I want to do this, but they're stopping me. I want to do this, but I don't have enough money. I have enough money. I will do this. These things, this positive affirmations, this positivity allows God to see that your heart is open to allow Him to bless you with the things that you need to get to where you need to be. Because guaranteed, all of your dreams, all of your hopes, all of your aspirations, God, He's bigger than this. He's bigger than this. He can provide for that. He will move people into your area. He will allow people to see you that you never thought would ever see you. I promise you. You can. You will. You are. You're a child of God. So anything your heart desires, He said you can have all things. It's not minimized by a place to stay. It's not minimized by food to eat. You can have all things. But you have to remain positive. Your heart has to remain open to receive. So you guys, that was that on that. You guys, I don't know how my channel is moving in this direction. I do believe it is God because He's working on me. So I hope He's working on you. Thanks for watching. I love you guys. If you like this video, I know it's different from videos I normally do. Please subscribe to my channel. Give me a thumbs up. Love you, Mandy Gang. Bye.